Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is me, Duke CT. I have returned to you live with some new music for you, and we'll have you here on the Duke CT Lounge. The phone number, as always, is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444, and the call ID to connect to me, Duke CT, is 92417. Once again, the number is 92417. Man, wow, man, this has been a very, and I mean very, interesting couple of weeks in the world of wrestling and such. Before I get to that, I want to say my prayers and thoughts go out to the people who suffered in the Colorado, the Connecticut shooting, the Connecticut shooting, something that a person that has, there's something that happened in Newton, Connecticut. A man opened fire today. So 2 classrooms of the Connecticut elementary school where his mother worked as a teacher, killing not only himself but 20 children. And it is, with a heavy and horrible, just a horrible situation. And I have my heavy heart goes to the families and everyone else that were involved that day. So keep a prayer out for them, and just hopefully the stuff, these things, when these things happen, it's one of the most, makes you really think, just makes you go home, run home, and hug your loved ones tight. If you haven't done already, you should go do that. All right, let's get into the. Yeah, I don't really have a segue for this. And everything else, I have no segue to that. Anyway, let's get back to the main topic. So let's get back to some more of a lighter and happier time show. Well, anyway, what happened? Well, let's see. Again, you may be wondering what happened to me. And if you haven't heard already, my computer, my old computer died. I don't know what happened. My dad doesn't know what happened yet. Something really bad must have, something really bad happened to it. He doesn't know what happened yet. But eventually, I have a feeling, you know what? Eventually, he'll probably figure out what went wrong with it. And hopefully we'll find out what really happened. But you never know. We'll probably never really know. Lord knows we'll never probably know what really happened. And what have you. But you know what? I got some files out that I need to get out. And I got this brand new, bigger, powerful computer. It's a lot faster. It's a lot clearer and everything else. So you know what? It's a lot better. It's a lot clearer. And you know what? Bigger. But you know what? It's nice. It's clean. It's a really good computer. Anyway, let's get into what is up today. Let's get to the WWE because there's a pay-per-view that's coming up. But I'll get to that in a minute because there have been interesting news and notes here. Interesting news and notes at the WWE. Supposedly, Cena is supposedly banged up these days. Cena, because Cena has been taking, he's pretty banged up. They're saying that his full-time start this time, you know what? He's not going to be in the main event forever. And it's not like he's going to probably go in the same way of like the Triple H unto Undertaker, just rarely working the big stuff. And when they get into the big stuff, when he gets to the bigger feuds, he's not going to be there every show, what have you. He's basically on his, I'm not saying in his last legs, but he's getting up. John Cena is the tank is running up empty on John Cena. So, with that said, here's the question. Why didn't the WWE foresee this? I mean, a lot of people say, oh, you don't know, but to me, it just really lacks in foresight what the WWE really wants to do. The WWE could, and I stress could, really start grooming that new young star. Some people say they have, a whole gaggle of stars. No, they don't really have any huge gaggle of well-to-do young stars. They have a lot of guys who could be good stars, but they are they're just completely buried most of the time, completely buried, or they're just really irrelevant. I mean, Miz. I like the Miz, but to me, his face turn, he's getting some good crowd reaction. Just happened. No real defining moment. No real. He just got invited to Mick Foley's team, and that's it. I thought he was going to have at least a double turn with Miz and Owen, but no, they didn't have any like that. It's just Miz just turns face, and that's it. I don't know. That just seems weird to me. Really weird. In fact, it just seems like they're just trying to get to a place that it seems like the WWE just want to get to a place saying, screw it. Well, Miz is face now. Why? Because we said so. That's why he's face. Doesn't work like that. It needs to be completely and utterly just to be an organic type push. It needs to be organic. It needs to be you need to really start building this guy up. So just say, oh yeah, we just made him a face. That's it. It's just complete laziness, and that's what the problem with WWE is. Just laziness. They have no, and again, I already made a video about this, and if you don't like it because of the low audio, I'm sorry. I tried to fix it and make it a better audio, but for some reason it didn't work. But I'll just repeat what I said on that video: is that the WWE is lazy because of one of the main reasons, because there's no competition. There's no one to give them a swift kick in the backside. And this is what one of the main problems is, because there's no real reason. And this is why, and if people will tell you this is the reason why monopoly is right, just point to what the WWE is right now. Point to it and just say, yeah, the wrestling industry right now is in a very bad place with the WWE just having no one to challenge it. That is a pure cut example of why a monopoly is bad. Is because when you have a monopoly, you don't have no real effort to really do well. There's no real effort to actually just give a damn, to really try out. They'll say, oh, WWE has no, but they don't have real competition. TNA and Ring of Honor and all those indies, they're good, and I have my pleasure with them. They're fun. They're a lot of fun. I like watching someone. I like watching a little bit of Ring of Honor, some Shakara, that sort of thing, and some to some TNA as well. But let's be honest, these wrestling companies, if they all combined together, maybe they had a shot. Heck, if Ring of Honor and TNA could join forces, maybe they might have a shot. That's a stretching it. But the WWE right now is basically a huge monolith, and there's no one really there's no true competition for it. And this is why they can afford to believe, these guys will keep coming in. Even though no one's really watching right now, let's be honest, there's nothing really in that show to watch for. There's nothing. There's nothing. No one really cares for it. The underdogs stay at the underdog position. The middling heels just stay in the middling heels, and just a holding pattern. That's what the WWE is, a holding pattern until they can go to WrestleMania where they can at least half-ass their way to decent shows. That's the real problem. WWE just doesn't really get it. This doesn't really need to be pushed. And now when they have one of the major stars completely about to go on their last legs with Jim Johnson, and they see no reason to replace him. There's no real push to replace John Cena. And the reason why is that they'll still watch. And then when they have someone to replace them, like, say, a Miz, or it's like Kofi Kingston or what have you, you know what happens? They're going to be like, no. You know, they're not going to really respond to it. It sucks, but it's true. And I'm not and in some sense only a bash on the Miz. No, I'm not. I don't want to bash on the Miz and everything else, because I think the Miz actually is a pretty good wrestler and a good character. I like him. But let's all be real here. Let's all be really, really real here. The way they presented him, the way they presented the way that his face turns, and the way they present, heck, even John Cena, is subpar at best. It is. And until they really change the way they start booking their talent, the way they change from within, which I don't see happening in the next couple of years, it's just going to make things even worse. Things are just going to get worse before it gets better. Even that's, and I really don't see that happening. Anyway, I'm going to take another little break here, and we'll be right back. I'll be previewing WWE's latest pay-per-view, tables, ladders, and chairs. We'll be right back here on the Dukect Lounge. We'll be right back right after this. We are back live here on the Dukect Lounge. Our number is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444. Thank you so much for joining me live here on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's get on to the WWE pay-per-view event. We'll talk about the next championship match, the next matchups here. First up is the pre-show matches. Santa's Little Helper, number one contenders Divas Battle Royale. With Alicia Fox versus Rosa Mendez, Layla, Caitlyn versus Oksana versus Tamina Snuka, Karen, and Niobe. Well, the only positive is that Niobe is going to be in there. Maybe she might get a shot. Heck, I'd rather have Niobe at this point because she actually can wrestle. But we all know what's going to happen, and I don't really care. It's going to have to be some bland and forgotten face that wins the pre-show. And honestly, I don't really care. I mean, WWE has just made the Divas completely and utterly pointless, so why should I even give a damn? Anyway, next up we have a number one contenders tag team title match, which is funny, because I thought Rhodes Scholars got a number one contender match, won a number one contender match on Raw. So I have no idea why this is now a number one contender match, because, well, Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara were just, they just were, maybe they were just dicks and saying, yeah, you had the right to face us. Yes, he wants to fight a makeshift tag team versus another makeshift tag team to fight off, in a fatal four-way or something for the chance to have the right to face them for the number one contendership for the tag titles. That would be nice, but I think the reason why they did this go Rey Mysterio can have something to do, Sin Cara can have something to do before their match at WrestleMania, which I think is going to happen. I don't want it to happen because I think Rey has been too hurt this year. I think honestly Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara should just have a tag team. I honestly, unless they're going to do it on with The Undertaker, have him win the tag belts, for a while, WrestleMania, then have Ray get injured, or just have him take a long break. I think The Undertaker is 100% ready to go. Then have him come back at WrestleMania to fight the Sin Cara at WrestleMania 30, which I think that's going to be a lot of marquee matchups at WrestleMania 30. I see Rey Mysterio versus Sin Cara versus WrestleMania 30, also Cena versus Taker at WrestleMania 30, so that's why I think it's going to be really a money-making match. But that's just me. But anyway, as for the match itself, I see the Rhodes Scholars winning the table match. I'm going on to become tag team champs because I think Hell No has just won as welcome. I think as tag champs. Next up, we have the United States Championship match as the Superman, Antonio Cesaro, who's gotten a bit better, but you know what? 1,000 times 0 is still 0. I don't really care about him at all. Which is all true for a guy who used to be interesting and now is a parody of one himself. I don't care about this match. I don't really give a damn about any of the wrestlers in this match. I think it's going to be at least halfway decent, but at this point I can expect even less than that. So I have Cesaro winning and continuing his bland, forgettable U.S. Championship run. Next up, we have the Intercontinental Championship match as Wade Barrett and this Barrett Barrage takes on the Intercontinental Champion Kofi Wildcat Kingston. Don't care about this match. Don't really care about the competitors. But it's the same thing in the Intercontinental Championship. But same thing as the U.S. Championship match. Just I don't care about these guys at all. Wade Barrett should be fighting for the world title, not for the Intercontinental title. That's just my personal opinion. Kofi wins and retains the Intercontinental title and continues on his bland, merry way. Yeah. Next up is a ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Money in the Bank contract. This show-off, Dolph Ziggler takes on the man who already cashed in his Money in the Bank, failed, and doesn't really need to have the World Championship title, is John Cena. Why? I don't know why this match is happening. I know Ziggler has been in a role lately, but then again, his role is stopped by John Cena. Having him getting beaten by Cena on Monday Night Raw when he lost to Cena while he was injured. A one-legged man. He couldn't beat a one-legged John Cena. How pathetic is that? And then I think he lost in a tag match, I think. Yeah, he lost in a tag match with him and Show taking on John Cena. I think it was like the week later. So, yeah, Dolph Ziggler has no real chance to win, and he looks like a complete fool. This is a problem. The WWE has made him look like a complete and utter pointless person. And besides, why haven't he used Money in the Bank in such a long while? I don't get it. It's like they just forgot that Dolph Ziggler was the man who won Money in the Bank. So when they write these guys in wrestling, it's just amazing how bad how bad they are. But honestly, I have Cena winning, or the show coming out to save Ziggler. At this point, just take the thing off of Ziggler and just have to just rebuild him, because it maybe will make more sense and just maybe would save his career. Hopefully. Anyway, next up we have the 6-man tables, ladders, and chairs match. Can be won by pinfall submission, which I think is a street fight. It is not called a street fight. I have no idea why it's not called street fight, but, hey, they need to keep the gimmick somehow alive. I mean, that's the reason, because they don't want to say street fight, because, God forbid, they can't have a table, ladder, and chairs match. I mean, what's on the line, then? If it's going to be a ladder match, are you going to have our teams have no titles are going to be on the line? I don't think so. Anyway, we have the Shield, Nexus 2.0, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, taking on a team of Ryback, and Team Hell No, Daniel Bryan and Kane, and I honestly really don't care about this match because I think it's going to be honestly halfway decent. And I have Team Hell No, Ryback losing because honestly the Shield are, just pointless at this point. I think they outworking Heyman, and I just don't really give a damn about them. And I think it's going to be CM Punk helping. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea, and I don't really care. Maybe the Shield wins thanks to CM Punk's, and then reveal that CM Punk was behind the whole thing. Which, honestly, at this point, I'd rather have that. Because the Shield seem to be nothing more than just, honestly, just random guys. To me, why don't they just attack faces and heels and really build up the mystery then? That would be more interesting. Instead of just attacking heels and attacking faces over and over again because, well, that's what they do. Okay? Bad guys. They beat up on good guys. Because of the reason. And then we finally get to our main event because CM Punk couldn't do anything because his knee is hurt. So now we get to our main event. The World Heavyweight Championship match. Says, when's the last time the World Heavyweight title match actually main event in the pay-per-view? But again, I still don't think it's going to main event the show because I would not be surprised if they would just have the Money in the Bank winner be the last match in the card because John Cena is the WWE right now, and I don't think. I just don't think WWE will probably seeing in the card. It probably will be on the main event because that's what WWE is. Unless Lesnar's gonna come, which I don't think is going to happen. Anyway, so cheers match for the World Heavyweight title, probably for the main event. I honestly won't give my gauge. I think it's going to be like a 50, like 50-50. How about 70-30% chance that there would. I'm basically like 60-40, 50-50 chance this thing being the main event, the chairs match for the world title. As the world's largest athlete, the reigning world heavyweight champion Big Show takes on the Great White Sheamus, and again, a feud I don't really give a damn about. The matches will get actually good, but I just don't care. I don't give a damn about this feud. I don't care about Sheamus. I don't care about him coming to the fate of William Regal with friendship that came right out of nowhere, really. Big Show just basically making William Regal into his personal Zack Ryder. It's definitely sad. And downright pathetic because this is something that the WWE should be trying to avoid. They should be trying to build up new stars, not retreading old ones to the point that they are the only things that keep the show alive. They're the only things that keep the show afloat. Instead of like saying, just because they're there. It's because of the newer, younger talent, that sort of thing. But what do I know? It just seems like the WWE just doesn't give a damn about money or long-term planning because they don't know what they're going to do with when John Cena retires. Because, they're just going to just throw Miz to the spotlight and say, hey, you're the new face, just don't fuck it up. That's what it is. God. There's a reason why I just don't give a damn about the WWE right now. I really am in a very sour mood. And this is a shame because the WWE, with TLC and such going on, it looks interesting. There's a lot of good pay-per-views coming up and everything else. I'm like, yeah, this is going to look good, but then again, it doesn't look good. It starts looking worse and worse and worse, and it just bothers me, the WWE, because it could do better. I know it could do better. I've seen the WWE become better, and that's the real problem. And the WWE just refuses to get better. Anyway, that will do it for me, Duke CT, live here in the Dukect Lounge. If you want, I will be back next week at the same Duke CT time, Duke CT channel, all this month. I'll be here all this month. And until January, I will be at MagFest. So hopefully you guys are going to be there as well. and it's going to be a fun time. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me, the Dukect Lounge. It's Dukect here. Dukect here. Peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Later.